Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. But what? But how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya Fey channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be... It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's one reason, only one reason, to protect herself from you. To protect herself? From me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path to the inner temple was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. And then the problem became... Or so then the problem became... Where would be the safest place to hide? You mean... That's when she channeled me? All along, you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. Ooh, no. Oh dear. Oh, don't say that. You're saying that I was played for a fool by that little whelp? Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious? I don't think so. Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have even ever given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Mia! Whoa, it's Pearls. Oh, look who it is. Mia! Mia Fey. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh my god, it's weird. It's two dead people having a conversation. Where the hell did Pearls come from? So it's true. It was you. Yes. Huh. You're something else. But what are you doing here? That hair. It's Pearls, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did? My god, this is getting real interesting. Not terribly surprising, since she was about to be killed. I mean, this is very true. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that. I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear. And that was... I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down two things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cabin until help arrived. So it was Maya who put that lock on there. Oh. Yes, but why did you order her to do those two things? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else, meaning Pearl. By one Pearl Fey. Pearls? Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. So all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you? I won't forget this. Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping? Your very first crime? You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth, that wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another with you, or for you, but it's no longer funny. You, wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Ah. Mia Fey. Oh dear. You spinster. I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if only you hadn't gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict. Oh wait, only you had gotten him guilty. I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. Oh, what did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all eternity. Breakdown, breakdown. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. What about it? Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp. Damn! Oh, is this a breakdown? You are wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. There's the breakdown. Oh my god. What the? Oh god. Oh, that was fucking awful. I hated that. Jesus. Ugh. Not a fan. I'm not ready. Not ready to... Oh, I thought it was going to be die. You're already dead, though. Oh, Jesus. Oh, look, it's the Magatama. Oh my god. Wow. Holy crap. She's alive! Nick. Sis. Passed out. Not surprising. Oh, there she... Oh my god, she's actually on the floor. Oh god, at least she's alive. I was not expecting that bloody scream, though. Now then. I assume you are... the real Iris? Yes. I was just rescued from the sacred cabin. I must say, you Your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. Seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye as well, as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Karine channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Oh, Cult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench, and in all that time I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. Donk. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection!
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say we haven't really solved the murders, or anything. We've just proved that Iris was Dahlia. That's basically it. You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot? This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? That's right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dahlia's testimony? I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... died. It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise. No, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This isn't over? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. No way. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness. Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye. Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's alright, Madame Attorney. Very well then. Who is this final witness? Huh. Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in the case. Someone who saw the murder take place? The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean... Maya? She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand. Jesus. Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Hey Trite, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful women always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. Ooh! That's enough. This court is now in recess. Alright. Oh, she's crying! I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk. She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places. And Iris was inside the sacred cavern. That's why she was so goddamn blunt! Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Because Phoenix asked one thing, what did Dahlia truly think of me? And then she said with a pretty straight and blunt answer, she despised you. Or hated your guts, I think is what she said. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? If you had tried to get help at the Sacred Cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by her mother and never got any love from her father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was always like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her. Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, that's why she deems her a traitor. Dahlia's half-sister, Valerie, ended up... Oh god. That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? You must mean... Yes, 2 defense lawyers. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You. That's right. Iris. There's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Misty Fey, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But that's when the bridge caught fire. The path to the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. We can't just leave the body here. Alright, let's do this as you said. Whee! Pendulum! I still can't believe that would work. Although my question is, how the hell would they have grabbed the wire from the middle of the bridge? You can't tell me that a suspension wire would have snapped, but still remained on its point. Unless they snapped it. Oh, I'm an idiot. They did snap it. Ooh. It was me. I was the one that received her body. Yeah, all the suspension wires would have been intact. But in order to get her over to that side, they would have probably cut it, wrapped her body in it, and then sent it as a pendulum. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I feel like a right idiot for not realising. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held. I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Fey. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shichishito. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground. Bloody hell. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it. I see. I mean, we were told we have to figure this out by ourselves. Oh, Jesus. Defendant. Yes? The judge is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne. Alright. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you later. Oh, okay. Something she wants to tell me. So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Hey, it's Pearl. Mia. How is Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case. I see. You don't mean she learned who Elise really was? Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? Maya is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it. What do you mean by that? I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet? Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe, I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning. And one more thing. The victim was moved to Hazakura Temple outside by Pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the Inner Temple side for almost an entire day. Exactly. So the criminal was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day. Wasn't. There's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win, or lose. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Yeah! Finally. It's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see, anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me, all by myself. To be continued. My god. Hot damn. Can't believe it's been 2 hours and I've still got one trial to go. So each of them have taken about an hour. Let's go! On to the final part. Ba-ba-da-ba! I just really wish I had a drink. I have a can, but I don't want to open it because it's noisy. I don't want to hear that sh*t of it just opening up. Alright. Right, now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the test performed earlier. Tests? Yes, tests. The bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah! That, I totally forgot about it. Me too. That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or... Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood. Oh. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Then whose was it? Dagger updated in the court record. I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So, let's finish this quickly. Agreed. I'm assuming that means I can't badger everything. So I can't just press on every single statement. Very well, please bring in the last witness. I mean, I probably can, but I might try and not do. Witness, please tell us your name and profession. Maya Fay. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Co. Law Offices? Maya. According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium with the Quran channeling technique. I'm frightened. The Fay clan, I don't want any more to do with it. Oh, Maya. The pain the Fay bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Miss Fay. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the Inner Temple, and you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise's murder. Is this correct? I didn't see any... Straighten up this moment, young lady. Huh? Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later. But Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? Whew. Witness, if you please. Yes, Your Honor. At the Inner Temple. I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness. So, you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been with this, been this staff. Maya, the person who hit you, it was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was. Maya, think hard. Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't. Huh. Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. At the Inner Temple. I'm probably going to avoid just pressing everything because I don't know if I should. Sod it, I'll press this one and see what happens. If it penalizes me, then I won't. I'm just like, should I? I'll save. Yeah, save game and suspend play, and then I'll just go back. Just so it, in case. Suspending game. Continue from suspension point. Wait, save point, jeez. Right, yeah, so press. Who else was on the Inner Temple side that night? Well, Sister Bikini, of course. But I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well. On the day after the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini at Hazakura Temple. That means she couldn't be the criminal. So then, did Iris actually come later like she said? Well, let me think. She seems confused. It's probably because she's so tired. No, I'm sure I didn't see her. She must have come while I was preparing for training. Okay, it seems I don't get penalized, so that's fine. Sure, press everything. Woo! Who did it? Who hit you? I don't know. Well, I didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind. You didn't see the person? But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was? Oh. Let me think for a sec. I'm sorry. I just can't remember. Mira's really having a hard time. What should I do? Don't press harder. Leave her alone. Considering the conditions at the crime scene, it's not surprising she didn't see her attacker. Huh. So it looks like even you've got some compassion. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by Elise. Yeah, Dahlia Hawthorne. Very well. Please continue with your testimony. What happened after you were struck on the head? She stumbled, ended up against the stone lantern. What happened afterwards? My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape, I think. You think? After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There were only two things rolling around in my mind at the time. Well now, this is beginning to get interesting. So what were the two things rolling around in your mind? My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2. You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory. I know it's odd considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was. That's not odd at all. Your actions are understandable, given the circumstances. So, what did you do then? I think I screamed, "Help me!" You think you screamed, but you're not sure? Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits. Believe me, my dear. I'm certain I would have soiled my robes. Nice. I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope. Wow, it sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do? Do I press her for more details? My last hope. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff? What? What do you mean by your last hope? No. That's what you said. You said my last hope. Huh? What? I said what? Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me." Yeah, but you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope. Oh, well, you know, that's like, what do you call it when that happens? Maya's not doing so well up there. Oh yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at. What did you just say? Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind